Okay, we're going to set up our file for our digital roughs. So I'm going to have you start with a new file. We're going to work in an 8.5, 11 page size, and we're going to make them the landscape orientation. And you can start with, let's start with 3. Let's do 4. Let's do 4 artboards. 4 artboards. And you don't have to change anything else. And we're going to say create. So you should have a page that looks like this. Okay, you should have 4 artboards. And we're going to be working with our designs that we've chosen from Mural. So if you I'm going to just go over here to Mural and see. I'm going to just grab the first board I see here. And for example, Shatong, can I borrow one of your sketches to show as a demo? Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. So here we have the sketches from earlier, and then did you do your refined ones over here? These are the refined ones?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to grab those. And you have these, you can just upload them from your computer. I need to download these from here. You don't need to do this because you have them on your computer. I'm doing it because I don't have these. So it'll download to my computer now. But again, you just use your file that you have that you uploaded to Mural. And I'm going to go on to Illustrator, and I'm going to go to File, Place. And I'm going to go to my file where I have my images, and I'm going to hit Place. Okay, so here's the sketches. Hold my Shift key down. I'm going to bring these down. If they come in too big, hold your Shift key down, grab a corner, and you can scale them, to fit your design. And I'm going to bring them into one of my pages. We want to work in, close that. I want to work in layers. When we bring in our sketches, we want to work in layers and create the first layer as our sketch layer. Okay. And then you want to go ahead down to the bottom corner and say create new layer. And this is going to be your art layer. Okay. And the reason we're doing this is we want to take the sketches and we want to lock them in place. We also want to have the ability to adjust the lighting as we're drawing over them. So we might want to do something where we take the sketch and we go into our properties panel and lighten it. And I can go over here to the sketch and play with the opacity and make it lighter, like 40% down here in the appearance. And so it's a little lighter. And then once I have it where I want it, I can block it. This means now I can't accidentally move it when I'm drawing and putting things on top of it. Okay. So now I'm going to go on and click on my art layer. And that's the layer I'm going to work on. So I can then zoom in, and I'm using Command plus or Control plus if you're on a PC. And I'm going to look at this. Now, these have a lot of illustrative elements, and that's fine, but we're going to start off with letter forms. So I'm going to start with the letter, my type tool, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to draw my letter form. So it's S. What are your 3 letters? S.
SXT.
Does this middle one here have an X in it?
Yeah.
Where's the X in this one? Oh, I see it. I see it. It's right there. Okay, I see it. Oh, very clever. So what typeface are you thinking of for this one right here, this middle one?
1 second, let me check.
Okay.
It's the Futura.
Futura?
Yeah.
Are you sure? It looks very, that's what a Futura looks like.
It's the medium. The line or medium.
Futura medium, this one?
Against the light.
Are you thinking of this one here, maybe?
Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll do this one over here. So here we have the SXT, her 3 letters. I'm going to go ahead and go to type, create outlines. Now, when you do the 3 letters in one box, they stay grouped. We need to obviously not have them grouped. So all you have to do is go to Object, Ungroup. Now I can move each letter independently. So we have our 3 letters, and we're going to now manipulate those letters. So I'm going to just leave the letters here kind of rough in the place. And I'm going to start with, for example, I'm going to start with the S, because the S is kind of has a lot of different things going on. So I'm going to start with the letter S. And this is where we're now going to kind of play with manipulating the letter form, but also, kind of addressing the changes that she has in her design. In her sketch. So a couple things. So here we have the S, and it kind of loses the curve here, and it kind of changes the curve. So we want to do some of the things we just played with. So for example, I'm probably going to want to cut part of the bottom of the S off to make it a straight bottom. So I can go to my knife and I can slice it. And then I can click off and I can take this tail of the S off and just get rid of it, because I know I'm not going to use that. And now I can look at this bottom edge and play with moving it down into the position she has it. Now here is where we're going to be looking at the pen tool. So here's looking at the pen tool, looking at what do we want to do with these shapes that we're changing. We're taking away from the original S. So I can go back to that pen tool. I can reduce things. I can go back to this anchor point so I can make corners. I probably want to do corners. I might want to adjust the corner of this, adjust the corner of this. But the things you're going to do as you're going to manipulate letters is you want to really look at the weight, because what's happening already, as you can see, my weight of this is getting heavier than my actual stroke weight. So I have to determine if I'm going with the thin typeface. Oops, sorry, I meant to hit a circle. I'm going to just do an example of like how to measure your weight of your letter form. I just made a circle here, and I'm going to make it the width of my letter form and use this as a way to measure how big my weight needs to be down here. So I can then come over here and adjust the weight of my stroke so that it's matching what's up here, and use this as a little way to measure. I like to do either squares or circles. I use them as measuring elements all the time to help me go. Now I want this to be rounded at the bottom. So I'm going to look at, again, clicking on the corner and adjusting the round. clicking on the corner, adjusting the round. So all of those things we just went over today, we're going to start playing with. Oops. And I can bring this all the way and all the way so it's fully rounded at the bottom. You see, and then you can keep going. So she can make the X have the rounded bottoms and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So you're going to start with, even though these are sketches, you're not going to draw these letter forms. You're going to start with actual typefaces and then manipulate the typefaces. And then once you have your basic done, you can do variations. So once she's got the basic layout of these letter forms, then she can play with different thicknesses, different curves, different edges, different angles, and then do variations. So what you're going to do is, let's say this is done. Let's just pretend this is what we want. Okay, we've drawn it. I've got it as a unit. I'm going to group it. Go to object. You can group it. So I'm going to draw them over here, and then I'm going to grab and make a copy and bring it over here. And each one of the designs, when we talk about the assignment, so the assignment is, we're on the digital roughs. Our homework for this week is part 3, digital roughs. We're going to convert our most successful sketches to digital designs in Illustrator. And then once the designs are digital, we're going to refine them and further explore spatial relationships. So we're going to screenshot and say, and we're going to save them to our, we're going to make copies of these and put them on our mural board. But our goal is to have 20 digital roughs to your individual mural process board. And what that's going to look like is you're going to do, so this is one design, and she's going to do 5 variations of this. So she's got 1, we're going to make a copy, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to have 5 variations of this design. And then when I say variations, it's the one design. She's laid it all out. She's drawn it all. And then you're going to come in and do edits and changes, like, play with things like, does this, maybe this isn't so curved. Maybe it's more rounded, right? Maybe it's more of a rounded edge. Or maybe there's an angle that changes a little bit. So you're going to do variations, right? It's not a completely new design, it's variations. You'll have 5 of this design, 5 of the next, 5 of the next, right? And so you're doing 5 that you're drawing, and then you're going to do variations of that. Does that make sense? You have the first one that's a regular one, and then you'll have 4 variations of this design for each one. And you can lay them out, however you like. So you'll have so that's how it'll work. So it's really you're vectorizing 5 of your strongest. So even though, like, Shitong has a bunch here, she's going to choose the top 5 from this and then design it and then do variations of it. Okay, any questions? Any hands? Questions? All right, so when you come in on Tuesday, you can just save this file out as save it out as a PDF. So you can do save as, save it on your computer, make it your name, and then it's digital roughs. And then you're going to save it as a PDF, because then that can go right on Mural. So you're going to save it as a PDF, and you're going to, put it on wherever you're keeping your things. I'm going to put it on my desktop. Save. Okay. And then when you go into Mural, into your board, so I'm going to go onto my board and I have a space here for digital roughs right here. So I'm going to go under picture and I'm going to say import images from my computer, desktop, and I've saved this. Here it is. There's my digital rough. I'm going to say open. Perfect. And it's put it here. There it is. And then there's this little menu bar that goes on the top. This is an important thing to pay attention to. It says extract pages because we have 4 artboards. So I'm going to say all 4 pages extract. And it put all 4 pages here. So I can delete this first one and I have these are the 4 pages. I'm assuming these are all, finished. I can change the scale of them so they fit in here nicely. I can, put them in any order I want. And I can make them, I can size them here or whatever. So then they're all here. And you can leave them all as, it's probably easiest just to leave them all in a row. So then these are your 4 boards and it would show everything. And then when we zoom in, we can go in and see everything. Okay. And then that's how you'll present them for us to look at Tuesday. All right, so that's it. That is the homework this week. You're going to have 20 digital roughs based on the top 5 you chose this week. And that's up here on our part 3 digital rough. So here's where we are. Make a little post-it here so you can see it. Here is where we are for homework this week. The step 1 post your digital rough. So that's what's due for Tuesday. Rachel, yeah, I see you have a question.
Yeah, same question as Sandra in the chat. Post exercise 2 through Blackboard, you go to assignments and exercises, click on the bottom one which says type tools. It comes up with instructions. You go to upload files, attach files, and you send in the PDF of the type tools with your name attached, correct?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So
do we have like some time do you want us to do this like right now or because I was like I kind of want to I deleted the like cut one because I was like I'm gonna redo that, it looks bad, and I was just kind of wondering if we could do this,
you
like,
can work on it. Yeah, it's okay if you do it anytime. Like you can do it tomorrow. I'll change the due date till the end of day tomorrow. So you guys want to work on it a little bit more? Because I know a few of us, you might need a little bit more time. I'll make it tomorrow, end of day.
Like, did we go over smooth and then because I feel like Unite, Shape Builder, and Rotate, I kind of did like all in one.
Yeah,
But that's fine to just put all 3 of them next to like one icon.
Right. That's fine.
So
Because
like,
the rotate was just showing you how to rotate really more than anything. There wasn't like a letter you had to do with rotate.
Oh, did I have to move the icons to which ones I did?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
You don't. It's okay. Just show them on the board. I was just doing that to show you all what tools to grab, where we're working on it.
so
But I'll know what you did.
I don't think I did anything with smooth or pencil.
That was not today. That was yesterday.
Oh, okay, that was like
Tuesday.
Okay, that was like
that was Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I feel like we did knife with that too then.
I think we did. I think we did.
I'll just turn it in now then. Okay, thank you so much. Sorry.
Sure. And Kevin, I just see what you're saying that you can't submit the new PDF. I will fix that in the file so that it allows you to upload ultimately more choices. So I'll fix that in a second. And so you'll be able to re-upload. And I'll change the date to end of day tomorrow on the exercise that we worked on in class. So if you guys want to mess with that a little bit more, play with the tools, please do that. All right, so that is the end of class. I will upload this recording. I'm going to stop recording.
We do a PDF, right?
Yeah, save everything as a PDF. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
All right. All right. So have fun with the tools, have fun working and bringing your design into Illustrator. And we will look at everything on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.